Good morning, Arsene.
Good morning.
Good morning. Back to domestic action. Yesterday you spoke about small doubts over Ozil, Cazorla and Sagna. Could you give us more news about that? Are they definitely ready?
They should all be fit. The latest news are very good for Ozil. Cazorla is fit. It's just he has not played for a long time. And Sagna's ankle looks all right. And the muscle, I think he has a test today that will be positive on his hamstring.
Any other team news, ins or outs?
No, everybody looks quite fit and ready.
It brings the possibility of Ozil and Cazorla playing together for the first time for Arsenal. Can you tell us how excited you are by the prospect of that and how you could accommodate both of them in the team?
Well, you want all your best players to play together in a very positive way. What can happen, what will happen, but I'm very happy at the moment with the team who played until now. So we do not expect anything special. I believe what is important is that instead of focusing on one or two players, is focus on developing ourselves as a team and improve our team play. There's still room for improvement, and there's still the desire inside the team to improve that.
Of course, you're coming back after an international break. Is the ability to come back after a break, either one for an internationals or a Champions League, is that ability crucial in where you finish in the season? Does it even determine who wins the league? Because it could happen 8 or 10 times a season.
Well, I think that at the top level is one of the keys is to switch on and off when it's right, and the quality that is needed after a long break is, of course, to switch on again in a very quick, fast, and efficient way, and that's what is at stake. I'm confident we will do that.
And just finally, from me, your opponents at the weekend, a word about them. They're struggling in the league at the moment, but they'll come to Emirates and fight for everything, I'm sure.
As always, we have learned something in the last 18 months, is that the Premier League has changed, that every single game is a potential danger for any team in the league, and the recent results in the Premier League have confirmed that. And therefore, I believe that every team who is a favourite today is on its toes, because it knows. Everybody knows that every game is a potential danger.
On that thought, Arsene, there's a stat which I'm sure you've seen regarding Premier League points gathered in the year 2013, not the season, the year. Arsenal 56, Chelsea 51, United 50, City 49. Nice to hear?
Nice to hear, yes, because it shows that the situation was not as dreadful that everybody thought it is, and that, but especially that we are consistent. You know, that we have addressed the situation since last November, and that we are consistent with our results, and that is, of course, very encouraging for the Premier League this season.
Is that why you told fans yesterday at the AGM that by the end of May we will be happy?
No, I said I want everybody to be happy by the end of May, and that's of course the target of every manager, and I can't imagine that any manager wants the fans to be unhappy at the end of a season. Of course, that's why we work so hard for.
So it wasn't a promise of silverware, it was a hope of silverware.
You can call that what like you want, you know. It's very subtle at Sky, so we just want to win our next game.
You spoke as well about, you put it in different terms, what we know your policy to be, about this, the three-level policy in terms of player recruitment. Could you just explain that for us in front of the cameras?
Well, I just think that the core of our club and our strengths has to be what we produce internally is the players we come out from our education, because we have a specific style of play, and that demands special education inside the club. And of course, after we complete that with good scouting, what I just wanted to say, good scouting is sometimes develop players through our coaching skill into world-class players who are not necessarily known when they arrive here. And after complete as well with recognized world-class players like Özil, but you don't need a special scouting to identify Özil. Everybody knows him.
So big money signing like Özil still remains the exception rather than the rule?
I don't think that can be the rule of anybody, because first of all, number is limited of these players. Secondly, the competition worldwide has become much bigger than 10 years ago, and that today on the world market you have 15 clubs who have the potential to sign these players, financial potential.
Well, Chief Executive shows he's got a sense of humour. A couple of jokes yesterday. He talked about your problems with your zip. Did you mind that?
No. I have a good tolerance, and I am grateful you educated me very well for that.
And he also had a joke about Gareth Bale. He's no longer a Spurs player. He now plays for one of our rivals.
Well, it's good to have a sense of humour, you know. It's part of the game as well.
Just finally from me, I'm going to sort of lose the pace a little bit. It's a bit belly button staring here, but it's Sky Sports News' 15th birthday this weekend. Mm-hmm. Any moments that you remember over that time?
No, what I think I do not always agree with Sky Sports, but I think they have done a lot for English football to promote the Premier League. That the quality of the games they produce is absolutely fantastic to watch, and it has been a great boost for English football. And on that front, I must say I can only congratulate you and wish you a happy birthday.
It's your birthday on Tuesday too, so happy birthday to you.
15 and a bit more. Thank you very much.
Arsene, obviously you've been very successful this season. Roy Hodgson very successful at the start of this week, and England are through to the finals in Brazil next year. But do you sympathise with what he's had to put up with in the last few days?
Well, yes, first of all, I must say, firstly, I don't really know what happened. And but secondly, we can go sometimes a bit overboard at half time, you know, because it's an emotional situation, and there's a lot of desire and effort in there. But you basically all has to remain in the dressing room. That's an old word that you know well in England, but unfortunately these times have gone, and so you have to be today, of course, very careful about what you say, wherever you are.
But has it taken away the gloss of what England have done, do you feel?
Of course, because I'm happy when I was in France when I saw the result, you know. I was very happy because it was checked that result for a long time. It was a long time 1-0, and I thought with Lewandowski up front that's a bit dangerous. And when I saw the 2-0, I was very happy. And I think England has in the last two games dealt with a very difficult situation in a very convincing way, and that they have a basis of a very good team who can be ambitious at the World Cup. Let's be cautious as well, not like usually we are here and think England will win the World Cup, but they have a team who can create a positive surprise.
The aftermath of what happened with Roy, is that just part and parcel of football management these days in the media?
To be in the middle of controversy, yes, it's part of it, because but I don't really know what happened, what has he really said, what does it really mean. You have to be in the situation to know. I don't know really what happened.
Could you tell us something that probably has not happened at the moment? There's been a story on the internet about you being offered another contract here, a 2-year contract at Arsenal. Can you tell us?
Well, I
exactly
said
what the
that
situation is?
many times. I don't think there's any need to come back on that. I answered that question already.
So nothing's been offered.
Yes, I didn't deny that. I just said what
So
I said.
something has been offered, but
Just said what I said at the start of the scene when I was asked this question. Nothing has changed.
At the AGM yesterday, you spoke about the long term. It seems
Yeah.
as though you do see your future here.
Yes, because that is, I believe, that when you are manager at the club, you have to prepare the long term always, and to act like you would stay forever.
I mean, it sounds like you want to stay. It sounds like they want to keep you. Why not just?
Well, I just answered that question many times. You know, I believe that what is important now is our next game.
What did you make of the AGM generally? I mean, it's been quite confrontational in recent years, but yesterday it seemed more of a relaxed atmosphere.
Let's not be. You know that the situation at the AGM is always linked with the recent results of the team and the position of the team. The atmosphere is linked with that because the level of anxiety when the team doesn't do well is very high, and so it's a bit more controversial. But yesterday was quieter because we are in a more positive situation in the league, and our recent results have been good.
Arsene, have you ever tried to diffuse a situation at half time by cracking a gag or anything like that, trying to joke? Is it just different managers?
No, I've been aggressive at half time, yes, but you know, you have to adapt to the culture as well of your team, because sometimes when you go to Japan, you have to be cautious, because what looks normal in an English dressing room suddenly looks completely shocking in a Japanese dressing room. So you adapt to the culture of where you are, but sometimes you can say one word stronger or something that is not politically correct. That can happen to any manager.
Did you obviously have the Pizzagate and all that? Do you think sometimes people
We had a few gates, yes.
Do you think sometimes we get too fixated? Should it almost be like what happens in the dressing room?
You know, the problem is that we speak about Sky. You know, the people want always more. The cameras everywhere, and we would like to have a bit more confidentiality, because we know that you are in danger in these situations. I can go out of a game. You have penalty turned down in the last minute. You can go overboard in a corridor with a fourth official. And you wouldn't like a camera to be there, but the demand for seeing more is always bigger, and who pays the price? Sometimes it's the manager.
How many English players, how many Arsenal players would you expect to make it in the England squad for the World Cup?
Potentially, you could have 5. Maximum 5. Jenkinson, Gibbs, Chamberlain, Wilshere and Walcott.
What do you think that would show for Arsenal and the development that you've had
It
here?
would be fantastic for us, because I don't think that anybody can compete on that level with us at the moment.
Have you managed to speak to Jack since he's come back? Obviously there was the big issue that, about his thoughts on how he's interpreted about the England.
No, I haven't spoken to him, because we came back yesterday morning, and I was at the AGM yesterday. I couldn't turn up here.
Is that all part of a learning curve for him? Because obviously he had the thing with with the cigarette break, and then and then obviously the headlines that surrounded it.
Yeah, but
there's going to be more of that now on the run up to the World Cup on him, isn't there?
yes, but Jack is a fighter. He's very strong, and he has feet on the ground. You know, he's not somebody. He has a very objective assessment of his performances after the games, and I don't think we'll be carried away or put down by the medias.
Arsène, on a beaucoup parlé de l'arrivée de Mesut Özil, moins de celle de Mathieu Flamini. Qu'est-ce que vous diriez que Mathieu Flamini a apporté à Arsenal et qu'est-ce qui a changé depuis son premier passage ici?
Il est plus mûr. Et puis il nous apporte sa concentration défensive, son sens organisationnel de l'équipe. Donc, et il se met au service des autres.
Il n'a pas été convoqué en équipe de France sans vous mettre à la place de Didier Deschamps. Est-ce que ça vous a surpris? Et est-ce que vous pensez que les barrages, ça peut être une bonne occasion pour lui de se montrer?
C'était un peu tôt peut-être parce que il a fait que quelques matchs avec nous. Mais bon, il est un des candidats éventuels pour la Coupe du Monde. Mais je pense qu'au milieu, il y a aussi beaucoup de choix. La preuve, Cabaye n'a pas joué le dernier match. Donc, il faut qu'il continue à produire ses performances et puis après, il aura une chance.
Arsene, what have you made of Norwich this season? They've obviously brought in Van Wolfswinkel and Gary Hooper. Did they have a better striking force?
Yeah, they are much more dangerous because they have Elmander, they have Wolfswinkel, and they have a good midfield. Technically, they are very good in midfield. So they are a dangerous side for everybody, and they've shown that against Chelsea in the last game.
They obviously did well in North London last year against Tottenham. Is this the kind of game which could come unstuck?
It is a potential, always dangerous game for anybody to play in Norwich because they are a team who has a good dynamic and is not scared to play.
Many congratulations. How does it feel to be part of an England team that's qualified for the World Cup in Brazil?
Yeah, it's amazing. I'll probably say it's my biggest achievement in my career today. You know, it's a good feeling. I don't think it's kicked in yet. You know, I mean, all the boys are buzzing, but you know, when we wake up tomorrow, we think we qualified in a tough group, unbeaten. So it's a great achievement, and we should be proud of ourselves.
And these last two games, I mean, two good performances under pressure.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the pressure was building. You know, at times we felt it, but you know, we've got great experience in this team, and that showed tonight and on Friday night. You know, we come through, we got the results, and we're delighted.
And now that England are there, I mean, how much is that going to inspire the players to want to make sure that they're in that squad of 23 come the end of the season?
Yeah, you know, from now to the end of the season, you know, you've got to stay fit, you've got to perform for your club, and then it's up to the manager. You know, there's a few friendlies, which is a chance to impress as well. But you know, everyone wants to be in that squad, and everyone will be trying hard to get in.
Do you feel this England team can go on from here and get better and better?
I think so. You know, ever since I've been in this team, we've got better and better. You know, the performances speak for themselves. You know, the other night it was tough games, and we come out of them. You know, we've got tough friendlies coming up now, and we want to get the preparations right, and then go into the World Cup full of confidence.
Well, you made England sweat for a long period. It certainly was getting tense, especially in that second half.
Yeah, I tried to keep the team in it. Obviously, England was on top for the majority of the game, and it's quite a comfortable game for a goalkeeper to play in because it's very easy to keep your focus and keep your rhythm going. So it was a nice game for him to play in, but obviously I'm very disappointed about the result.
18,000 fans, though, were giving you every possibility of pulling off a surprise, weren't they?
Yeah, I thought they were fantastic. We knew they were going to be massive for us, and they kept us going for some tough periods. We're hoping that we can give something back to them by getting the result, but hopefully they enjoy the day anyway.
Now that England are there, how well do you think they might do for a chance at the World Cup?
I thought they were very strong today. They showed their qualities. They were solid defensively. We created a couple of chances on counter-attack, but other than that, they were solid. They were fantastic offensive players going forward, and they always look like scoring. So I'm definitely hoping that they can do very well at the World Cup.
Thank you.